Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Stephanie. This is my first channel here, but not my first time reading. But I'm just going to do a general Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine read. And if you hear any background noise, I apologize for that. We'll have better settings soon. And so I've already pre-shuffled and I've pulled some cards for general feeling, and we're just going to go with that. And if this does resonate with you and if you really like it, you can like, share, and subscribe. And for every 100 subscriber, I'm going to randomly choose someone to get a free reading, and that will happen after every 100. And so let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them. I'm open to doing personalized readings, and you'll see an email below, and I'll instruct you on what to do next if that is what you choose to do. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so the overall energy was the High Priestess, and for this card, generally it is read as something with mystery, secrets, or a future that hasn't unfolded yet. And honestly, from everything that I have pulled, it's a lot to do with revealing truth and secrets that have yet to come out or that are still being held back, and then about bringing that truth out into light. And this first card here for the Divine Feminine is the Temperance card. And under Temperance, this one basically calls you to take things in small steps, everything in moderation. So for the Divine Feminine, we've seen this card before recently, that she is, the Divine Feminine, can be he or she, is taking things in small steps now, and then next to that, you get the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups has a lot to do with walking away from a situation, leaving behind the things that no longer serve you, and moving on to bigger and better things. And even here with our recent eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse, it really resonates with this time period that we've been going through. And I even see that with this Temperance card. To me, that symbolizes kind of the sun, or a covering of the sun like an eclipse. And going on further for Divine Feminine, we've pulled the Page of Swords, and this has to do with swift action and movement. So the Divine Feminine was kind of, I feel like was being patient, holding off on movement, and is now with this current phase, Mercury retrograde, is now finally moving away from that, either the third party situation or whatever was going on no longer serving them, and taking action now, moving swiftly away from that with this Page of Swords card here. And so that's what we have been dealing with for a while now, and that action is finally being taken. The Page of Swords is also a lot to do with looking forward, examining what is going on. So they're just kind of looking over everything, overseeing it. And next to that, we do get the World in reverse. And to me, now the World, generally flipped the other way, has to do with movement as well. But perhaps there is something that is still stagnating that movement fully, in full force, forward. It seems like they might not be entirely or completely away from that situation yet, so there is still a little bit of stagnation. And you also see the Ten of Swords in reverse for Divine Feminine. And for me, that is saying things that aren't, aren't exactly permanent. The situation that the feminine is going through is not a permanent situation, and that situation is no longer fruitful, and it's fading away. It's crossing over. It's a death of that situation. And you would think, the other way around, that has a lot to do with something painful that they're going through, but that now has reversed, because we've gotten that before the other way, and generally that has to do with going through that pain, going through that hurt and trauma, but it is now reversed, and it just seems like all of that now is starting to come to fruition, and it's starting to turn into the other way. Now, for our Divine Masculine, is a very interesting read that I got from here. We get the Empress in reverse, and that has to do with, as I was saying, with truth. That really goes hand in hand with the High Priestess. The Empress is in reverse, is about unveiling certain matters that have gone on, a truth that is spilling out, that is coming out. And we've seen that with the Divine Masculine. That has been a really popular card that's just been popping out in all of the readings. That truth, that secret, that mystery that is being revealed is finally coming out after all this time. And so, going on further, we get, guess what? The Justice card in reverse. Now, we know that justice generally has to do with law and just what the card says is, he's seated in his position. He's got the balance scale. He's in a seat of power, and to me, because the Three of Pentacles is next to this, it really, for me, I feel like this is that triangle of love here. This is that third party, and with that truth coming out, finally revealing itself, and the Justice card, that to me signals an end to what is going on in this third party situation. That is them moving on from that, and that could be law. So that could be something to do with the courts, children, divorce, and we have seen, that is a major role player with this energy here, with this past energy that we have been having for Divine Masculine. And especially when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles. This came right after the Three of Pentacles, and this is that offering, that delivery, that action that the masculine is now going to take towards his Divine Feminine. And we, again, have seen this in these past readings. Over the last few months even, just that the Divine Masculine is ready and is coming with that offering to his Divine Feminine. And it's just quite amazing that this card just it just keeps on coming out. And so yes. And next to that, we know the Divine Masculine has been going through a lot, and he is going to come now with this strength, with this courage that he's been building up for his Divine Feminine through this twin flame connection. And we get the symbol here, this universal symbol that ties them together. for eternity, that cord that can never be broken, and that is always going to be there for them. And that just goes hand in hand with this whole situation here. And to verify further, I pulled a few extra cards. We do have the Hierophant that jumped out, and we know what the Hierophant can symbolize. That goes again hand in hand with this Justice card. Just, marriage. I mean, for the literal meaning for this, this brings a marriage alliance. However, it's also it's not exactly a good marriage alliance. It could be one that there's an action taken against this, and that again goes into justice, law, court, divorce, things like that. And now you get this Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands is pointing towards that divine feminine and back again to the divine masculine. These two are ready for each other, ready for union. And this just, to me, those are the arrows of love pointing towards their divine counterparts, and they're ready for that love to be revealed. And because you also get the Page of Wands, who brings a message, who is the lover for the divine counterparts, and he is just ready to sail out, ready to begin his journey off to bringing that courage and coming off the Knight of Pentacles to his divine feminine. And that is just exactly what we have been getting. And for the angel cards that I pulled, we have manifest success for the divine feminine, and as well as retreat. And with this manifest success for the divine feminine, we know that she is supercharged, we know that she is in her element, and we know that she is moving towards her goal in life. The divine feminine's goal in life. And she is, mastering the destiny, make use of your skills, harness creative forces to bring about success and achieve your goals. And that is exactly what we have been seeing from the divine feminine. At the same time, divine feminine has been a little impatient, and maybe that is a good thing, because with this divine timing is talking about giving the divine the power, giving the spirit the power, the universe the power to move you when it is time. And so I feel like she's just kind of the divine feminine has taken a step back and is allowing that to happen now by being in the element, and by focusing on their life. And we have retreat here and rejuvenation, and this came out on both divine feminine and divine masculine. And they both seem to be mirroring each other, or both are in need of this time of rest for this hard and difficult journey that they have been through. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Threads of Fate deck here, this beautiful deck here, and just a general spirit, what does the divine masculine and the divine feminine need to hear at this time? What is a good guidance for them to take in their current journey that they are going through right now? Spirit, just give me one more card, please, for the divine feminine. You've already dropped one for divine masculine, I feel. And, oh, wow. All right. Okay. This is exactly what divine feminine needs to hear. Surrender. And for many of them, they have surrendered. They have given over to that universe to allow them to do its work, allow them to do its magic. And some of them still need to hear this. They still need to know that they are already in union with their divine counterpart. You are never not in union. You're in union forever. However, there are still some things in your life that you need to surrender. There are still some things that need to be, you need to go within and have a look at. And this is really going to put you on that path. And if you're already on that path, just keep doing what you're doing, because you've surrendered, and that is why the divine masculine is on his way, because he knows that the divine feminine is ready. For the divine masculine, we have got the Sage card. Now, for the Sage card, that has to do with mastering the power that you have in a good way. It has to do with balancing that power that the masculine does have, because we know that they're coming with this message, and for them, it's asking the masculine to see things from a higher perspective. It also is kind of like a warning, to be healthy in this journey, in this connection. You need to come with the truth. You need to come with your wisdom and share it with your counterpart, but be careful with who you are also speaking with. You don't need to give it to everyone. Just be careful, be balanced, is what I'm hearing here. So if you guys did resonate with that reading, it was my first reading online, but you can give me a comment, shout out what, anything that you might want to hear about for the next reading, and like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, you will get that free reading, lucky 100 subscriber, and I do thank you for sitting and listening to the message. I hope that it reaches you and that it helps you with your journey. Thank you so much.